Okay, in the last video we were out in front of Stump Pass. In these video we get up that next morning, and we make our way down to the Boca Grande Marina, get some fuel, and then we go south from there down to Fort Myers Beach. And here we're trying to figure out where the closest place is to a Home Depot so that we can stop and make some repairs to the exhaust on good times. And through that day we make it to just north of Marco Island, and we stay offshore again, and we keep working south, and we go in and fuel up at Marco Island at a little marina there. And then we're also going to get questions about how we eat on the boat. I'm going to kind of show you how we got a good little galley. And we oftentimes do catch and cook. Whatever it is that we catch, we cook it. But then also, one of my favorite things is cooking breakfast on the boat in the morning as you're making way and go up top there and sit down and enjoy it. But go ahead and take a look. Alright, another beautiful morning. We're a little bit later this morning getting ready. Last night we stayed at Stump Pass Marina, and I'm going to show you a picture here where it's located. And it was a real nice anchorage and beautiful. We did have a few little mosquitoes. I guess we didn't get far enough away from the mangroves, but it was real calm, didn't have too much shaking, and we got a good night's rest. So the day before, when I told you we had an issue and we stopped, the port engine was running hot, and we stopped and we got down there, and water was leaking from the exhaust that goes to the back of the boat, which was a repair that I had previous made, and had been working. And then I guess after a day's worth of running, it started showing itself worse and worse. So at this point, I want to wait and make the major repair once I get into Keys. So we're just trying to get a part for a short-term fix. But unbeknownst to me at this time, the problem is actually an occlusion inside the pipe. And it takes me about another day to figure that out. But the pipe had gotten bent over inside, and I guess when the water pressure was trying to force through there, it actually made it occlude more. And when I finally figured that out was whenever we stopped in Fort Myers Beach, and I went to the Home Depot to get a Schedule 40 PVC pipe to make the repair, and that solved the problem perfectly. Alright, I'm going to speed the video up here and let you watch this section of waterway. It's really pretty. It goes from large river areas into fairly tight areas, but it's kind of nice just to kind of watch it and give you an idea of what we were seeing. Grits and eggs is on the menu. Some of y'all don't know what grits are up north or out in the country. It's made from corn, but it's a staple for our breakfast. Sausage, making way. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Right there on the table. By the way, farm fresh eggs. Farm fresh eggs from my farm. Right there. Why they're so yellow. Fresh. Say, boy. So we made our way down through Gasparilla Sound here into Charlotte Harbor, and we stopped here at Boca Grande Marina to get some fuel. It's a pretty nice marina. I've stopped here before. It's easy to get in and out, and we made our way south from there down through Charlotte Harbor, down past Pine Island, down around a tip. And then we went to Fort Myers Beach to stop to do those repairs on the exhaust system. After we took care of the repairs there, Fort Myers Beach, we worked on south. And we got just north of Marco Island and started getting dark on us. So we set the anchor, enjoyed a little bit of sunset there, and stayed just off the beach. Beautiful morning. Feel so blessed to be underway. It's about 7 o'clock. We got up early. We're near Marco Island. I'm fixing to get some breakfast going. Damn beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You know, different people ask about how I cook on the boat and what have you, and so I've shown a couple of little things here. This episode, cooking breakfast. I have a nice little galley. It's big enough for me, and it's actually very comfortable. It's easy for me to cook in there, so I really enjoy it when I take out friends. Certainly on trips, I enjoy getting down there and doing all the cooking. Potential customers in the future is the kind of stuff you'll get as well. But yeah, this is how we do it. If you notice on the stove there, I just got a little skillet. I do have a 3-burner stove up under that. You can lift that thing up, and I do use that. Just depends. I usually use it when I'm plugged in at the dock, but that is the easiest thing to use, and I can usually cook everything I want on it. And as far as power, I have a little Honda generator at EU 2000, and I just plug that in while we're on the en route or on the trip, and it's super easy, and it'll run and keep refrigerators charged and everything for while we're underway. About that generator that's so important is that thing will run about 8 hours on a gallon of gas. It is absolutely amazing. It is probably the best option I've found for powering while underway. So on the menu that morning we had 2 different kinds of sausage, and also made some pancakes and some eggs as well. So that was real good breakfast.
Getting her done. I don't mind cooking when you got a nice little view like that.
So I know I got followers from all over the world, and I said earlier that we have grits a lot of times, which is a byproduct of corn, but it's just something that has a neutral flavor, and you put eggs and sausage or whatever over it. But since I have followers from all over the world, why don't you leave a comment? Leave me what y'all normally eat for breakfast. What kind of stuff do y'all eat? I'm pretty interested to hear that. So many of you will know that I've started my captain's business, Captain Mike's Adventures, and this is part of any overnight trips that we do. If we're doing fishing and you catch, we're going to cook what we catch, as well as breakfast in the mornings and then a little lunch. I really enjoy that part of it. So be looking forward to that. If you're interested, leave me a comment or send me a message.
Back up top. Alright, Tyler Michael, it's ready.
Yes, sir.
Didn't have enough grits, brah.
Didn't have enough?
Didn't have enough. Had to go old school pancakes. New captain on deck. Tell me where it gets any better than this. Haven't had it yet.
So we woke up this morning just north of Marco Island. We stayed out on the hook about half a mile offshore. It was really nice. We're only about 8 miles from Marco Island from where we anchored, so I got down there, as you can see, and cooked up the breakfast, and we had it up top. Probably one of my favorite meals of the day while we're out on the boat. And then we headed over towards this inlet. It's a real pretty inlet. It's real wide. It's easy to get into. We're going to come over here and fuel, and I've stopped here before. It's an easy place to get fuel, and I'll show a little video of it whenever we actually go inside there. So we stopped here at this marina. It's not doesn't have a big ship store, but it's got a lot of your basics. You got snacks and waters and beer, and that's one of the things we were looking for here. But I like it because it's easy to get in, get out at the dock. So if you're in the area, it's a nice place to stop.
$392.52.
That's plenty of water, probably. How much did it take, you think?
A lot. Whatever way it's on, you can sit there on her. I got beer in it?
Huh?
I got beer in it?
Yeah.
The rain, it's enough to clean it off. Cool it off. Heading out.
There at that stop, we took on 98 gallons and just went ahead and topped it off, because once we go out the river here and turn south, you're in the 10,000 Islands area, and there's nothing until Everglades City, or you get all the way down to the tip of Florida. If you went around the point at Cape Sable, there's a place to get fuel in there, or in the Florida Keys. So of course most people would top off here for that trip. So that's going to bring a conclusion to this episode. I'm going to let you take it out, going out of the inlet here, and so you can kind of see how pretty that is. If you like what you've seen, hit that thumbs up there, and maybe make a comment if you have any questions. I'd like to answer any of the questions y'all might have. And of course, if you hadn't subscribed, you need to hit that subscribe button. Next episode coming up, we're going to cross 10,000 Islands there, and then we're going to make a stop down in Cape Sable, which is a very beautiful old Florida like it used to be and always has been, never has been touched. So that's pretty cool. And then we cross the waters into the Keys. So y'all come back. It's gonna be a good time.